You know, when women first notice an older man, what captures their attention isn't always what you might expect. It's not just the grey hair or a well-fitted suit. It's not the shine of a luxury watch or how crisp your shirt looks. Sure, those things matter on the surface, but for emotionally attuned women, those who value depth over decoration, it goes far deeper than style or status. You see, these women pick up on the kind of details most men overlook. They're not just scanning your appearance, they're reading the signals beneath the surface. The body language, the emotional charge, the presence you bring into the room, that's what pulls them in. And today we're diving into the 7 most powerful things women notice first when they find an older man attractive and why they matter far more than you might think. Let's begin with posture. It might seem like a small detail, but it says everything about you before you even speak. When a man walks into a room with a strong, grounded stance, shoulders relaxed but firm, spine straight, head held high, he doesn't have to say a word. His body is already making the statement, I'm here, I'm centered, I'm in control. That confidence radiates out without trying. Women read posture like a book. It tells them instantly whether a man has lived through fire and come out stronger or whether he's still looking for direction. They see a man with presence, not performance. This doesn't mean puffing your chest or acting larger than life. It means being rooted, your body aligned with your experience, a subtle mastery that says, I've been through life and I'm still standing. Posture isn't just physical, it's emotional, memory carved into your body. It's what separates the grounded from the drifting. The men who move with a calm authority versus those who fidget with uncertainty, and science backs this up. Research shows posture influences how others see your strength, reliability, and leadership. In short, posture is your first line of attraction. Before she knows your name, she knows your stance. Now let's move from what she sees to what she senses, your scent. This one's invisible but unforgettable. A man's scent can pull a woman closer without a word. It's primal. It bypasses logic and lands directly in her emotional memory. A pleasant, masculine scent lingers like a song in her mind, tied to how you made her feel. And long after you've gone, it's still playing in her head. But here's the trick. Your scent isn't just about fragrance. It's about hygiene, grooming, and self-awareness. A good cologne should complement who you are, not mask who you're not. Woody, smoky, musky, spicy. Pick a scent that aligns with your inner tone. That's what turns a fragrance into a signature, something that doesn't just smell good, but feels like home to her when she leans in. And don't rely on the spray to do the work alone. No cologne can cover neglect. Regular showers, clean skin, well-groomed facial hair, and fresh clothes are non-negotiable. They form the foundation. The fragrance, that's the punctuation mark, the final note that completes your emotional music. When done right, your scent tells her, this man is complete, intentional presence. And once she links that scent to your presence, she won't forget it. And then there are your eyes, the true window into who you are. For a younger woman looking at an older man, your eyes reveal everything. Not just how you feel in the moment, but what you've lived through, what you've learned, and whether you're still emotionally alive or shut down. Women look into a man's eyes and see whether he's real or just performing. They see if you're rooted in your truth or hiding behind charm. Your gaze matters when you hold it with calm steadiness, not intensity, not awkwardness, but clear, grounded presence. It tells her, I'm here, I see you, I'm not running. That subtle look creates an emotional bridge. It says more than flirtation ever could. It offers connection without pressure, a safe invitation that speaks of maturity, trust, and emotional gravity. That's rare, and women know it when they feel it. They can spot a scattered gaze from across the room, a man who's unsure, distracted, trying to impress. And they can spot the opposite just as fast. A gaze that says, I don't need to chase you, I'm already whole. That's what they remember. That's what ignites curiosity. So practice being present. Let your eyes lead with truth, not performance. Because that quiet clarity, that's what magnetizes her heart. Hair is another misunderstood signal. Many older men panic at the first sign of grey. They scramble to dye it, hide it, or obsess over receding lines. But here's the truth. Women don't see graying hair as a flaw. They see it as character, as earned wisdom, as a visual marker that says, this man has lived and he's not afraid to show it. Salt and pepper isn't something to fear, it's something to own. And if you're bald or balding, guess what? That's not a problem. That's power if you embrace it. Clean-shaven, confident, put together, bald men have an edge. It's about intention. When you walk in the room, like a man who made peace with himself, you radiate a quiet authority that's far sexier than trying to cling to fading youth. What matters is grooming. Shape your beard, keep it tidy, let every strand reflect your care. When a woman sees a man who takes pride in his grooming, whether full head of hair or none, what she sees is discipline, integrity, a man who still respects himself, that translates directly into how she feels in your presence. You don't need the thick hair of a 20-year-old. You need clarity, clean edges, purposeful choices. That's what makes her lean in. That's what makes her wonder who you are. And then there's your voice. The most overlooked but deeply sensual trait of all. A man's voice carries more weight than he realizes. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. The pace, the tone, the resonance. A calm, low, grounded voice makes a woman feel safe, present, at ease. It tells her, this man is sure of himself. That's attraction at its most primal level. Your voice should move slow, confident, controlled, not rushed, not high-pitched or strained, but steady, measured, warm. Speak from the chest, not the throat. Let your words land like stones in water. That kind of voice stays with her, not because of the words themselves, but because of how they made her feel. And once you find that vocal rhythm, it becomes a part of your emotional signature. Now let's talk style. What you wear is a conversation. It speaks for you before your mouth opens. A well-fitted shirt, clean shoes, a watch that complements your look. These things matter not because they make you flashy, but because they reflect effort. Women notice effort. They notice when a man dresses like he still values himself. That's what makes them take a second look. You don't need designer clothes. You need presence in your choices. Find what fits your age, your build, your spirit. A fitted leather jacket, a blazer with jeans, or a classic button-D down with rolled sleeves. These speak louder than trying to imitate trends. Find your signature and wear it like a second skin. That's what makes you unforgettable. It's not about showing off. It's about showing up fully. Finally, the smile. That quiet superpower. It doesn't scream, it whispers. A genuine smile tells a woman everything. It says you're comfortable, approachable, emotionally open, and that's gold. Because in a world of guarded hearts and fake charm, a real smile disarms, it invites, it calms, it warms, and most importantly, it stays with her. It makes her feel like maybe, just maybe, this man is safe to trust. Not every man smiles with authenticity. Some do it to impress, some hide behind it. But when your smile is honest, when it softens your eyes, relaxes your jaw, and says, life is good and I'm here for it, that's when she leans in. That's when she lets her guard drop. You become the light in a room full of noise. You don't need to entertain. You don't need to prove. You just need to be real. So if you're an older man wondering how to turn her head, remember this. It's not about youth, status, or perfection. It's about presence, your posture, your scent, your gaze, your grooming, your voice, your style, your smile. These are your tools. These are your true assets. They speak for you. They echo your story